Do you want to stretch your hips, your chest, your low back, but maybe we're not in the mood to get out of our chair? Well, today's class is just for you. Hey friends, it's Kate here. Thanks so much for joining me today. Now, I have got a lovely 10-minute yoga class for us. This is a seated yoga class, and you might think to yourself, why would I want to do a seated yoga class? Well, perhaps we're experiencing some joint sensitivity in our body, and so we need a little extra support. Or maybe you, like me, sit at a desk for a while some days and realize I need to stretch, I need to move, but I'm not in the mood to pull out my entire yoga mat. This is a wonderful way to give your body a little love, a little attention without having to grab all of the necessary props. Just 10 minutes is going to make your body feel so much better. We do a lot of hip work and a lot of upper body work, which means that our low back will be thanking us by the end of this class. Go ahead, grab your chair, take a seat, let's get started. Just take a seat, find a spot that feels good for you. Hands can relax wherever you want to, feet can be together or hip distance. Close your eyes. Just check in with your body. How are you feeling today? Does it feel like we're leaning over to one side? Does it feel like you're rocking forward or rocking off your sitting bones, leaning to the back edge of the chair? Not a right or wrong, but just taking notice of how we're feeling today. Could you start to sit a little taller and straighter? Almost imagine you're trying to lift away from the chair. It's like someone has your waist and they're trying to pull you up. Think about wrapping your oblique muscles, your side tummy muscles in towards the center of your body. Lift up and out of the waist a little higher, like someone is pulling your ears up to the sky. Take a nice big inhale. Easy sigh out. Again, great big inhale. Big breath out. One more breath. Let it go. Seal the lips together. Breathe through the nose. Drop your chin to your chest. Eyes can stay closed. You could flutter them open if you prefer. Think about pressing the shoulders down to the ground while you lift the back of your head up. You might feel like you're giving yourself a double chin, but that's okay. Roll your right ear to right shoulder. Look forward as you do so. Sway your chin back to chest. Bring your left ear to left shoulder. Bring your chin to chest. Just take that little half circle of your neck, side to side. Going as fast or slow as you want to. It's entirely up to you. And as we feel even from right and left, we'll eventually bring our chin back down to chest and pause. Bring your gaze upright, lift both hands nice and high over your head. Simply start by rotating the pinkies towards one another and growing an inch taller. Pretend like I'm holding your wrist and I'm physically pulling your wrist up to the sky. Take a nice, big, deep inhale. As you exhale, flip your palms, push them down to the ground. Inhale, swim your hands nice and high. Reach up, physically lifting as high as you can. Exhale, flip, push them down. Again, big inhale, swim the hands high up overhead. Exhale, right back down. One more time, just like that. Both hands lift high. This time, let's take a twist to the right. Bring your left hand in front of you, your right hand behind you. You might look to your right hand, you might keep looking forward or even towards your left, whatever feels better in your neck. Unravel. Take your twist in the opposite direction. Unravel. Again, twist to the right. Lift up. Twist to the left. Lift up. Flip the palms, push them down to the ground. From here, lift out of the waist a little higher. Take a nice wide stance. You might rock a little bit closer to the front edge of your mat. That's okay. Roll the shoulders back, lift the head higher, and we're just going to start a little cat and cow, rounding and arching. I think about my sternum reaching back behind my shoulder blades and then pushing my sternum forward. When I push my sternum forward, I almost think about pulling the tips of my shoulder blades together behind me, and then I really pull the shoulder blades towards each other as I round. We might feel a little silly, but that's okay. No one's watching you. Now this time, push your sternum forward and pause. Really pull the shoulder blades back behind you, and I want you to circle around your body. And again, if we feel a little silly, that's okay. No big deal. Just moving our spine, waking up. Pause center, circle in the opposite direction, wiggle around, take it at your own pace. And then come back to center, sit tall and straight. We'll drop our right hand or our right forearm onto our leg and lift your left hand high. Stretch the fingertips up. Look up to the ceiling, and I want you to circle your right arm around. Just finding some movement through the shoulder. Now you might make it bigger or smaller than mine. Maybe you really start to take the arm in the biggest, deepest circle you possibly can. Do you take it in both directions? Maybe it feels better to keep it smaller than mine. That's okay. Just moving our body. Eventually, reach your hand up overhead and come back up to center. Bring your left hand down, reach your right hand high. Start with that lovely side stretch. Maybe you're ready to stay here. Just holding and breathing deeply, stretching the fingertips up. Maybe you want to look to the sky and begin to wake up the upper body a little bit more. Take it in both directions. One hand lifts high, and then bring yourself upright. A little bit different. Now we're going to start by bringing your legs together and scooching more to the right side of your chair so there's more space on the left. I'm going to take my right foot away and then swing my left foot over to the side. So I'm kind of straddling. We're in a nice little seated warrior two on our chair. Now if this does not feel pleasant in the body, we can absolutely modify it, but I'm trying to lift up and out of the waist. My heel doesn't actually touch the floor because this chair is a little taller for me, but I'm imagining pressing the heel down, lifting out of the waist, reaching my fingertips nice and far away. Belly button in, head lifts high. From here, again, I want us to drop our hand to the top of our little leg and reach the hand high. Send the fingertips up. Again, maybe it feels great to stay right here, or maybe we want to find a nice little extended side angle, reaching your fingertips up overhead. I'm imagining pushing the pinky toe of my right foot down to the floor, pushing the heel of my left foot down to the floor, and really fanning open the ribs. Take a nice big inhale. Big breath out. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself right back up. Find that nice warrior two. Do we want to stay here? You could take your hand to the right leg and lift your left hand up to the sky. I'm thinking about growing long from my left hip to my left shoulder, all the way out the left fingertips. Full big inhale. Big breath out. Slowly bring yourself upright. Let that go. Now we'll slide over to the opposite side of our chair. So now I'm more on the left side. I take my left foot out. I take my right foot over to that side so I can find my nice, lovely supported warrior two. Take the fingertips out and away. Anytime I have my hands reaching away from my body, I pretend there's a table underneath them. I'm pushing down into the table. That helps me not only activate my arms, but open up across my chest. Do you want to stay here, breathing a little longer? Do you want to bring your hand to your thigh, reaching your fingertips at first straight up to the sky, and then perhaps over our head in line with our ear to find that lovely extended side angle. Navel to spine, chest reaches open, full big inhale. Big breath out. Another big inhale. Big breath out. Come on upright. Perhaps we stay here just activating our upper body, or if we want our reverse warrior, hand to your thigh, opposite hand lifts high. Now sometimes it feels good to keep it on the top of my thigh here. Sometimes I kind of wrap it back behind and lean even further back. Friends, remember, both sides do not have to look or feel the same as we do them. We are imbalanced, and it's okay to notice one side has more or less range of motion, one side feels a little more or less natural. Pull yourself back up. Take a breath. Let that go. Bring both feet together again. Sitting tall and straight. Notice how we feel differently from when we started class. Extend your right foot out in front of you. Give it a big flex. Lift up and out of the waist. Both hands lift nice and high. Let's take a twist to our right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Inhale, unravel. Twist to the left. Right hand forward, left hand back. Unravel. Flip the palms, push them down. Slide your right foot in, slide your left foot out. Pull the toes up to the kneecap, lift out of the waist, both hands lift high. This time we'll twist left first. Twist towards your extended leg. Unravel. Twist away from your straight leg. Unravel. Flip the palms, push them down. One more time, take your right foot out. Now, if this is as far as we go, this is perfectly fine. If we want to take this a little deeper, this time you're going to kick your leg up and cross it over. If you don't do that quite like I do, that's okay. Everybody's body's a little different. You might really be able to pull your shins close to one another. You might have to be in more of a figure four. That's okay. Just take your little cross legs in whatever way feels best. If you're able to stack the knees like I am, I'm thinking about squeezing my inner thighs together, lifting up and out of the waist. Again, both hands lift high. Twist to your right. Unravel. Twist to your left. Unravel. This time, hands behind the head, elbows back. Push the elbows as far away from one another as possible. At the same time, wrap the ribs towards one another. Take a nice big inhale. Dip your chin to your chest. Pull the elbows together. Maybe we stay here, or maybe you start to forward fold. Kind of pulling your elbows down towards the knees, really rounding through the back of the body. Everybody's a little different. You might not look the same as me. Release the hands when you're ready. Bring them to your thighs. Roll yourself up. Uncross the leg. Extend your left foot long. Lift it up, cross it over, pause. And again, I'm trying to squeeze my inner thighs together, pull myself out of my waist. Both hands lift high. This time we twist to the left first. Exhale, big twist. Inhale, unravel. Twist in the opposite direction. Unravel. Hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Lift out of the waist. Push your head into your hands into your head to activate the back of the neck. And then dip the chin to chest. Pull the elbows towards one another. Do we want to stay here? Do we want to begin to round forward? Dipping the chin down even more, slowly rounding, rolling as far as you want to. Maybe releasing the hands, maybe keeping them behind the head. Eventually take them to your thighs. Push yourself up to a nice tall seat and unravel the legs. Sit tall and straight. Take a great big inhale. Big breath out. As always, my friends, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed our lovely little gentle seated yoga class, and I cannot wait to see you again.